my endorsement for the 2019 Lok Sabha elections. Tomorrow, I will go out to exercise my right to vote, to choose the central government of India. 5 years ago, we voted to elect the BJP to power under the leadership of Narendra Modi. The mandate was clear. For the first time in more than 25 years of coalition politics, India voted a single party to an absolute majority in parliament. This election is therefore a referendum on the performance of the BJP government over the last 5 years. So how did the BJP perform? Let's look at employment. India now has the highest number of unemployed people in more than 45 years, with 26% of our youth unemployed. And we have lost 50 lakh jobs since 2016. Let's look at poverty. The UNDP says that 21% of our population is still below the poverty line. And more than 8% of our population, or roughly 10 crore people, live in abject poverty. What about education? Our government's expenditure on education has fallen by 23% as a percentage of GDP compared to 2012. What about health? India's per capita expenditure on health ranks us at number 156 of 189 countries in the world. Just for context, Iraq spends 3 times more money than India per capita on health, and China 7 times more. Now let's look at national security. There has been a 176% rise in terrorist activity in Kashmir since 2014, a state where the BJP was also in power. There were 1,076 acts of terrorism during this period. And between 2016 and 18, by the government's own estimates, close to 400 terrorists infiltrated into Jammu and Kashmir. There has been a complete breakdown in the security apparatus, resulting in the deaths of 40 of our Jawans in Pulwama. At best, this is an utter failure of the government to keep India, its civilians and soldiers safe. However, the political exploitation of this situation suggests something far more diabolical. Let's look at law and order in our country today. India is now ranked number 10 in the list of nations experiencing violent Christian persecution. More than 80 people have been lynched to death since 2014, the vast majority Muslims and Dalits. India ranks 5th in the list of countries where journalists were killed just in the year 2018. And India has been ranked the 8th most dangerous country in the world for journalists. What about women's safety? According to a 2018 Thomson Reuters report, India is the most dangerous country in the world to be a woman, taking into account sexual violence, human trafficking, and sexual slavery. All this is explainable. But the most important and troubling trend for me is the fascist approach to nationalism taken by BJP as a means to cover the incompetence in governance and poor performance during the past 5 years. For these reasons, I endorse a vote against the ruling BJP government and for a party that presents the best likelihood of change in government or an effective opposition. I have looked at the various party manifestos, and to me, the manifesto of the Congress Party resonates with the idea of a progressive, liberal, and harmonious country committed to the Constitution of India. It is an idea I endorse without reservation in contrast with the fascist, anti-national, and anti-constitutional ideology of the current dispensation. I therefore endorse a vote in my constituency, Bangalore North, for the Congress Party's candidate, Mr. Krishna Bairagowda. May God bless India, the land of my birth. Jai Hind.